Alright, hey everybody, ModelMan here, and I got myself into a little jam. And before I got out of it, I wanted to catch up on the video here and check out exactly what's going on. So, there's a red LED here, there's a green LED there, fibers go into each one at the other ends. I had marked negative here, negative there, followed the wire to the negative of the next LED and put that to power. But I got the polarity mixed up, so right now I'm in the middle of rewiring this, and I should have turned the soldering iron beforehand, but so we'll give that a few minutes to warm up. So at this point, this should be the negative of each leading out to right now what is the positive, but I gotta flip that around. And then I may need a new wire for this because that's a bit of a mess. On the plus side, this is allowing me to do a much tighter solder than I had done before. So that's a nice aspect. The soldering iron probably really needs like 10 more minutes, but as long as it starts to help melt a blob like this. Now, if I've done this right, I should have two LEDs, and I may have to go off camera for that. And indeed, one red, one green. That's a nice brightness, it's not overwhelming. That's a 1000K. That's a 1000 ohm or a 1K, and then a 5K on the green. And relatively speaking, they're probably about the similar brightness. This is at 6 volts. Alright, so I'm in the midst of doing several things at once with the Orion here. And the immediate concern is wrangling wires. Or one immediate concern is wrangling wires. So I have to figure out where a number of the LEDs are going to go, how this is all going to get wired and to where, and I need to pull out that LED strip there because the center 3 are not doing too good. Let's see if I can get power to that. So as it happens, they're all on. Testing them a few days ago, the center 3 were not doing too good. Whether it was a fluke, oh, there it goes. There we go. Always test your LEDs before you install them, and even after you install them, make sure they work before you go to full power. So that's 9 volts, and really for this power level I'm looking at like 7. For the scale of the model, that's really about the brightness that it would be inside. You don't want to overwhelm it. And with the other 3 LEDs on, it's even more than bright. So that needs to be pulled. So rather than trying to run these fiber optics into the main body while I'm trying to close the body, it'd be too much of a pain. So the lower deck gets their own LEDs, the upper deck gets theirs. And I need to figure out a clasp such as this guy right here that will be outside of the ship so I can unplug it from the wall. So this repair may require cracking the spine in half. Well, at the very least it can be dragged through. So that's a good thing. As to the black wire, maybe I can pull that out a little more delicately. I didn't get to yank on it too much to begin with because it's wrapped around this LED's leg. And the problem is that I glued these into place essentially. Now ideally what I should have done before was to try and push the wire through as much as possible and clipped it in cleanly in the middle. This wire may simply be okay though. So the hard part's over. Now I just need to get another little strip of LED tape and solder that in, and hope that one doesn't die. And I'm not going for the paint job on this again. From what I saw in my first test, you couldn't really see the ceiling much at all, so it didn't seem to matter.
And 1 and a 2. Almost.